Hey guys, today I will be talking about the iPad Air 2. Is it still worth it in 2018? To start off, I would like to point out that if you're looking for benchmarks or stress tests, you've come to the wrong place. But, if you're looking for real-world tests and opinions from a normal user, then you've come to the right place. For background, the iPad Air 2 was announced in October of 2014 and featured an Apple A8X chip with quad graphics similar to the iPhone 6, had 2 GB of RAM, a 2048 by 1536 laminated 9.7-inch display, which is good, and a surprisingly light and thin body. The design is similar to the one found on the 2017 iPad and the 10.5-inch iPad Pro. Because an iPad Air 2 costs around $300 today, I will be comparing it to Apple's newest mainstream tablet, the 2017 iPad. This iPad features a similar design to the iPad Air 2, but has some cons that might persuade some people to go with the older model. For starters, although the new iPad features a newer chip, the A9, this newer chip lacks quad-core graphics, hence the X in A8X. In addition, to cut costs, Apple decided to go with an older design from the iPad Air 1, which is thicker and heavier. This new design also lacks a laminated screen, which causes the screen of the Air 2 to look like it's just floating on the glass. On the newer one, it looks like there's a bit of a gap between the glass and the display. It's especially noticeable if you're coming from an older tablet such as the Air 2. I've been using the iPad Air 2 since August of 2016, and I can say that it is the best tablet by far that I have ever used. Over the course of a year, I used it daily and had no problems whatsoever. The only time it ever had bugs was when I used it to beta test iOS 11, and those bugs were for a completely different reason. In terms of durability, my current iPad has a few scratches on the body and 0 cracks on the screen. I did use it with a case from time to time, so the lack of major marks may be caused by that, but for about half of the time I didn't really have a case on it, and it's held up fine, so I would expect it to hold up okay without a case on. Another great thing about the Air 2 is that if you knew me well, you would know that I use my devices to their full extent, and I'm proud to say that I've never had to factory reset this device or bring it into Apple to have it serviced. It has never let me down. So, final verdict, is the iPad Air 2 worth it in 2018? I think for a normal user, that would be a yes. You don't really use an iPad as like a really important device. You just have it around in case you want to, occasionally watch Netflix or, browse the web or stuff like that. For that, like for other things, you have an actual computer. But for power users, I would suggest, consider your options. There's newer things on the market that may be well suited for you, but still keep the iPad Air 2 in mind. However, if you do want something that'll last you longer down the road, remember the fact that this tablet will be 4 years old in just a few months, and Apple will probably drop support at some point, but it still works well. It's fast enough for regular use. Anyway guys, I hope you liked the video and stay tuned for the next one.